It's been a few days now with Donald Trump back as president, and during the inauguration, of course, a lot has taken place, a lot has been noted, and definitely Donald Trump's hand not on the Bible while being sworn and taking the oath as president of the United States. And let's get right to it as far as this image is concerned. Clearly, Donald Trump's hand is not on either one of these Bibles. One of the Bibles is a gift from his mother when he was younger. And the other Bible, as you see here, was when Abraham Lincoln was inaugurated back in 1861 as president. So that's the backstory with these two Bibles. Let's take a closer look here. One thing I noticed with the Trump family, specifically Melania, I noticed something off with her hands. It looks like she's wearing a glove. You take a closer look. It's not a glove. It's the shadow, supposedly in this very illuminated room, very well lit. But the hands are very dark, pretty creepy, almost like demonic looking hands. But nonetheless, getting back to Donald Trump here, and the whole taking of an oath, but not putting his hand in the Bible. And in actuality, this is what the Bible states regarding taking oaths from James 5:12. Above all, my brethren, do not swear either by heaven or by earth, or use any oaths at all. Let your yes mean yes, and your no mean no. Otherwise, you may be condemned. People might point their fingers at Trump for not putting his hand in the Bible, but it clearly states in the Bible itself, again from James 5:12, do not take an oath of any kind. And that gets to Eric Trump showing the diamond hand sign, and his wife Laura telling him to stop, basically. He's getting tapped on the elbow, and then you see Eric Trump putting his hands down for whatever reason. Not quite sure why this is taking place, but nonetheless, very interesting. And also, as you can see here as well, Donald Trump's other son, Barron Trump, doing the Masonic hand sign as well, which has flown under the radar. But more interesting details regarding Eric Trump and the timing of putting his hands in the diamond sign. Of course, diamond being 33 in numerology. As you see here, the time of this taking place, make no mistake about it, it is precisely done at this moment in time to take place. Let's take a closer look. At 11:19 a.m., and of course you have your 119, obviously 9/11 in reverse. And that brings us to the Bible verse, Revelation 9:11. That's why 9/11 is so important to them. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. This is the only Bible verse which names the Antichrist as Apollyon or Apollo. And this is not just some coincidence. These people are all about the numbers. Let's take a look here at Elon Musk, of course, spotlighted during the inauguration, of course, as well here, doing this infamous salute. Now let's take a look here. Of course, Elon Musk, the owner of Twitter, now called X. Let's take a look here at the trending aspect on the side while Donald Trump is speaking about the golden age. We'll get into that momentarily. But let's take a look here again with Elon Musk owning and controlling Twitter/X.com. Let's take a closer look here. Trump post. This is trending. 6.66 million posts with Donald Trump. You think this is just some amazing coincidence? You think this 119 or 9/11 in reverse is some amazing coincidence? These people are all about the numbers. Signs, symbols, dates, numbers, and colors is what they're all about. So make no mistake about it. Once again, this is by design. Now let's get to the topic with, again, Donald Trump, like I just pointed out, in the reference, the speech regarding the golden age.
The golden age of America begins right now.
And the first thing that came to mind when Donald Trump said those words was Crowley in his book, The Magician of the Golden Dawn, the story of Aleister Crowley. Of course, the Order of the Golden Dawn. And that gets back to another topic that I covered, was the 2024 Summer Olympics, and they had the Golden Voyager, and this is definitely predictive programming. Again, signs and symbols, telling us what's going to happen, and that gets back to this Twitter post, the trending 666. Obviously, all roads lead to the Antichrist and it's right in front of everybody's faces. If they're a believer or not, you better believe this is what's coming and what they're pushing. They're putting out right in front of our faces. And that gets in the aspect of Donald Trump and Elon Musk talking about going to Mars. Let's get right to it with Donald Trump and what he has to say regarding going to Mars during his presidency.
Our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
Awesome! It will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time.
So you just heard Donald Trump and Elon Musk talking about landing astronauts on Mars. The last time the U.S. with NASA supposedly landed astronauts on the moon was 1972. Obviously, this does not make sense. No point in time does technology work backwards. If the U.S. with NASA sent astronauts to the moon in 1969 through 1972, by 1990, there should be bases on the moon. There should be colonies on the moon by 1990, and there's not. They can't even go back, and this is according to, as you see here, NASA astronaut Don Pettit. Let's take a listen to what he has to say here. And again, these people talking on the world stage that can't keep their lives together. They can't keep their lives straight. Let's listen to this clip by, once again, astronaut Don Pettit.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back.
So it's a painful process to build back the technology to go back to the moon. This is only a few years ago. Why would they destroy that technology to go back to the moon if you have it in place? Again, this makes no sense where technology is working backwards. And that gets back to Elon Musk and, of course, the infamous salute. And the true reason he's doing this, let's play the clip just for reference.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
And that is a reference to this man here, the godfather of NASA itself, Wernher von Braun. Of course, he was part of that regime that was doing this salute. And definitely the connection with Elon Musk. Let's take a look here. Going back in time, Wernher von Braun in 1952 wrote a book called Project Mars, which imagined that a human colonist on Mars would be led by a person called Elon. So this is the connection that a lot of people are missing. They're on point. They're very close, but they're paying homage to Wernher von Braun when it comes down to it. And as far as Mars is concerned, why they keep speaking on Mars, the occultic side of Mars, of course, in reverse, Mars or Mar is Ram. Obviously, the zodiac sign, the Aries. This is the duality aspect of Mars and the Ram. And definitely what it comes down to with all of this, when Trump mentions the golden age and the 666 in plain sight, they're referring to the beast system, the Antichrist system that they're putting to play currently. And everything, as always, is in plain sight.
John chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.